1, 2, 3. Hello, everybody. Demon Jester J here, aka Manuel Fernandez from Google Plus. I have who here? The DMG. And we're going to review different YouTube channels that we think are just for the hell of it, just to give more knowledge to these people that want to see them out there. So
very little preparation.
I had preparation, but what happened was everybody no one to help me. My speech is totally messed up.
Hopefully it'll go.
I'm so rusty with this guy, DMGFO. It's evil. I'm so rusty. I'm a bunch of rusty nails. well, we have. I blanked out. I should put it on my notepad again. The Gamer on Games channel. That he wants us to review a channel. I'm gonna post a picture of his channel in 2 seconds. Once I get to it again. Screen share.
It's Gamers on Games.
Yeah, Gamers on Games. And
it currently has 1,211 subscribers, nearly 180,000 views across all his videos.
Yep. And I'm going to play his introduction video. Okay? That's on his channel for anybody that's new to subscribe to him.
Hello, and welcome to the first episode of Gamers on Games, a Nighthawk Films production. My name is Dave Simpson, also known by my alias, Nighthawk. Gamers on Games is a channel dedicated to gaming, gaming culture, and all that entails. We'll be covering a wide variety of topics and having an assortment of guests. We're going to be looking into role-playing games, board games, card games, war games, even LARPs. We'll talk about painting miniatures and building terrain. We're going to meet and talk with established and aspiring game designers. We'll also be looking into filming how-to-play videos to help viewers learn how to play certain games. We're also going to try to hold virtual panels. What this means is we're going to film multi-segmented discussions on a given topic, collate them, and produce them into a running discussion. Viewers can then reply with their questions and comments, and those involved in the panel will post their replies. I'm sure most of you are wondering who I am and what my involvement in the gaming community is at large. Let me tell you a little bit about myself. I've been gaming, as of this video, for more than 20 years. I've been on the demo team for several different companies, including Guardians of Order, Arthouse Running Games, Bucephalus Games, and Plathead Games. For Arthouse Running Games, I created and was the head of the Chrome Berets. I've been involved in a number of betas and play tests, far too many to list here. I've been sitting on panels at various conventions since 2006. I've been designing my own games for several years and self-published a few of them. Tug of War, It Counts to Win, Flipping Crazy, all can be found on BoardGameGeek.com. As the episodes continue, you'll meet more and more people from various walks of life and different fields of the gaming spectrum. I hope you enjoy what we produce, and feedback is always appreciated. Welcome to Gamers on Games.
So he's someone who definitely has a lot of knowledge and experience in the various aspects of gaming. And you know, this does come across in his videos. He's got, I mean, his episode count is up to like 292 something. So he's got a lot of videos. So he does regularly put out videos, and a lot recently has been things like Kickstarters that people are doing. He did one for My Help with DNA, things like that. So you had a list of criteria we were going to go through in terms of how we look at the channels?
Well, the criteria is very simple. One, the first part is that even just for his intro video did make you want to subscribe to him. Hearing his knowledge of the games and what he's going to do, all the information and everything he gave out, he's very well lit, very well done, and very clear. Nothing like my videos.
We'll get to that later.
I subscribed to him instantly.
Yeah.
Also, he knows what it sounds like he knows what he's talking about. So the information he's given out seems to me he's a very truthful person. Now, if I get to know him, hopefully with luck by using the Facebook group that you created and other things, I might be able to talk to him sometime.
Yes.
And by watching his video, I might see him more.
Hello.
Hello.
Bye, girls. Go away.
So the initial question is: Would you subscribe watching his intro video?
Would you subscribe to watching?
Most of the time, I have subscribed to a channel before I've even seen the intro video. I've never seen his intro video before. That's the first time I've seen it, but I am actually a subscriber of his, and have been for a few months, I think. And although he's telling you all the knowledge that he has, he's not actually showing you. He's saying something, but he's not showing. There's sort of no visual. I'm thinking of from an editing standpoint. So one way to improve is to, if you're talking about role playing or something like, to actually show some people playing role playing games, or if he's talking about dungeon design, show him drawing a room and writing out stuff, so that there's a connect between what he's saying and what
he also posted.
Going on. So,
I agree with that 100%. He also, the thing though is he did show what games he worked on and what companies he beta test support of. He named each one of them. So it shows. Say if you look into his games, you can tell also if he is. Sorry, I really don't like saying foul language at times, but this time it comes to play.
Yeah.
The magical 2 letters BS. You can look into it and see if he's telling the truth.
Yeah.
So.
It's also, if someone says that they have experience in something, and then they back it up with evidence of that, then that's fine. I haven't worked for any gaming company, so I can't say that. My channel has to speak for itself in terms of my experience in doing things.
You are very, very creative.
Thanks. So look, I mean, no matter what you do, there's always room for improvement. There's no such thing as the perfect, thing that'll just go viral and everything will work. But, YouTube is a visual medium, and the way to improve is to improve the visuals. So as you said, he's got the lighting, the sound's fine, etc., etc. For his intro video, but I would throw it more into the mix. I mean, this is really an advert for your channel. It's, someone who is not subscribed yet and they're thinking about subscribing are going to watch this intro video, that's where you can really, really push the envelope with that. My intro video is not super successful. But I'm constantly thinking of ways to improve what my intro video is, and I've been experimenting with AdWords campaigns and things like that with different adverts for my channel to attempt to recover from my subscriber loss. So it's a fine balancing act as to what are you going to create that someone's not going to skip. That 5-second skip.
It's like with mine. When the intro videos came out, they didn't have. I had a YouTube channel prior to them going intro video. I was so lost to what to do. And I just started my channel, making my videos. So I said, what if I go with the old school text flying in, 3D text flying in?
Yep.
With some cheesy music as my intro video. Because I didn't have a good camera. I just had the web camera. And I was just, I have knowledge in graphic design and I've worked on movies and stuff like that, and editing video and all that. But when it comes to being one-on-one with people and doing something to intrigue somebody, I'm so lost it's not funny. I know how to sell a piece of artwork. I know how to sell a three-dimensional character to one person, but not what YouTube can do. I stink at that. So it's like I only have 200 and something subscribers on my channel. And most of the reason is not because I didn't try. It's because I was just starting out and I didn't push hard enough to get people, and also I was not fluent on making my videos on a schedule, because people like schedules, like times, and they like things precise. I was just getting into doing video. I was used to doing 3D. So when you work with 3D, you pass it on to someone else going, here, put it in a video, you're done. Give me some footage so I can put in the background. That's it. Here, go to someone else. Starting with video, I'm not self-taught with editing and all that, but when it comes to YouTube, it's a whole nother thing than teaching to be in the industry.
Yeah, look, I know a lot of people in the film industry who are directors, writers, and camera producers and all that kind of stuff. And, you know, people who make budgets of $1 million plus, you know, so we're not talking, your $20,000 feature film here. And they've got no idea how to capture a YouTube audience. It's an extremely difficult skill to master, because you can have all the best filmmaking skills in the world, but it comes down to the type of content that people want to watch. You need to have an understanding of their time, so that you're competing with hundreds of other videos on YouTube, and in your own sort of little niche. So like ours would be D&D or crafting or model making or whatever. There's thousands of channels, or hundreds of channels, but there's still a lot of channels. And you need to consider the viewer's time, and you need to consider, if a person is going to hit that subscribe button, how often are you going to be bombarding them with content, and is that the content they're going to want to watch? And I think, one of the things is, if your channel is about a certain thing, your channel must be about that specific thing. And I've seen channels struggle with this in the beginning, where they kind of flip-flop all over the show as to what their channel is about. A friend of mine, Juice, who, when he started out, he's around 1,000 subscribers now, I think. Or he's just gone over 1,000 subscribers. But when he started, it was a little bit of D&D, a little bit of wrestling, a little bit of this, a little bit of that, and he was trying to find his foothold as to what was actually working for him.
Find his niche.
And then he just, so once he found that groove, it was, his subscriber base skyrocketed, because people then, when they're looking at your videos, they go, okay, this channel is about this. If you're going to do a channel about car racing, and you're going to do a channel about raising elephants, and you're going to do a channel, those are 3 separate channels. Don't put them in the same channel, because people who race cars are not elephant raising people.
You still there?
Yep.
Okay. It's like when with my channel, I started doing intros and outros to people, being nice, because I started with a bunch of friends that they're making videos in Orlando, and I was helping them learn. I was teaching them editing software that I knew, and I was helping them out. And So I created a YouTube channel when I first moved to Florida. I created. I'm in Pennsylvania. I'm in the Pocono Zone. So, but I lived in Florida when YouTube started.
Yep.
Well, I just moved to Florida, and the only reason why I was using YouTube was to find places to go as tourist traps, to find places to go and hang out.
Yep.
Because I was new to the state. I need to. It's like if you go to another part of Australia, you would like to know the different things. So I figured, why not use YouTube to do it? Someone had to make a video about it. And so I was making these intros and outros, and I was just getting the people that wanted the intro and outro and that. And it was not really what I want to do, because I like playing war games. I like making models and creating stuff with my hand. So I came with the idea of, one, I lost all my stuff. I lost all my equipment in a fire. All my airbrushes, my models, my figurines, everything in a massive fire prior to moving to Orlando, into Florida. And what happened was, I really lost the model, the modeling groove that you get into when you start making a model. That groove you get into when making a piece of terrain or a board or something. You get in that zone. Well, I wanted to get that groove back. I wanted to get the mojo. So I decided I want to interview these people I'm watching these videos on. Yeah. So I decided to come up with the video series, interviewing every single person I can get. I begged and I pleaded with people, please let me interview you. Please, I sent out email requests and all that. And yes, I got 200 something subscribers when I started at, but my show is what I want my channel to be. I found my niche and I want to keep it that way. Also on my channel, I'm going to put in me making models too.
Yeah. And yeah, it's obviously there's a few reasons why people will start a channel. They've got an itch they have to scratch.
Yeah.
It's a creative outlet. There's three components to my channel that are my hobbies. So one is filmmaking. I really enjoy filmmaking. I've got 2 degrees in filmmaking. It's something I love doing, and I would do it whether I was paid to or not. So that's my first passion. My second passion is Dungeons and Dragons and war games and things like that. Board games. I love that. So that's a component. And my third thing is I like making stuff. So I marry all 3 together into one. And that's the genesis of my channel. It's like, it's those are the reasons why I do the channel. And anyone who's starting a channel has to sit down and think about, why are you doing this? Because it's a very long, hard-fought battle to build a channel. And it's important that the audience knows where you're going. So you need to know where you're going so that the audience knows where you're going. And that's key to the introduction we've just watched, is that he has an idea of where his channel is going and what he's going to be doing on his channel, and he does do that. And he has 300 videos. It's unfortunate he doesn't have the level of subscribers that would accompany that regularity of videos. And really it's about looking at how can he tweak his current mode of creating videos that will show that passion and show those things, so the audience who are also interested in those things will go, right, I want to subscribe to this channel because I want to see everything that this guy makes.
I got a quick question for you. Do you think anybody that has a YouTube channel should also have a webpage?
What your goals are. So if you are someone who you're really only in it for the hobby, and you've got no intention of capturing anybody's information or or selling adverts or generating income or anything like that does not interest you at all, then no, you don't need a web page. But as you would have seen, if you're Nerdarchy subscribers, you know all about generating revenues for channels. Should you do it? Shouldn't you do it? Etc. Things. If you're starting out your channel, if you want to generate an income, and it's not, you don't think by starting a channel you're going to have a livable income. We're talking about a few dollars to save to help with the rent, okay, or maybe pay for your internet. That's the kind of level of income you should be expecting. And that's if you know if you're 1,000 subscribers or more, you may see that kind of income. But then yes, I would have a website, because then you need to build an audience. You need to be able to contact that audience, to have your Facebook, your Twitter, your Instagram, your Pinterest, everything like that. You need to have all those things, because you need to contact your audience, and so that they can see your videos, which will obviously see your adverts. You'll then earn revenue from that. Or if you're going to create products, you sell t-shirts, or you're going to do like what I do, where I sell these and adventures and things like that. Or if you're going to have a Patreon account or a GoFundMe or a Kickstarter or whatever, you need to be able to contact those people. Everyone who subscribes to your channel is going to watch every video. They're going to be selective about what they want to watch. And a lot of different strategies as to how to build views and to build revenue and all those kind of stuff. But the most important thing, I think, when you're talking about a website, is if you're doing it just for a hobby and you don't really care about funding, or you don't really care, you've got all your own equipment, you don't really want to expand or anything like that, then no, you don't. But if you're wanting to do revenue and all that, you need a central point of contact where you can capture people's information. And I'm not talking about like absolutely everything about them, just so that you have a point of contact, so you can send people information about new videos or new products or whatever. So then, yes, you do need it.
Just like a simple email list, so you can email them saying you're making a video or something like that, so they automatically know when you're posting a new video, something small. All right.
Don't spam them.
Yeah, spamming is bad.
For 5 minutes, but
Especially if you're using Google Gmail. If you look at the Gmail, the good filter that Google has created for spam, oh wow, that's like the best. I had Yahoo accounts, I had Hotmail accounts, I had AOL accounts back in the day. I even had other ones that were from the internet provider I had, and I have to say I still use my Yahoo account once in a while, but when it comes to my favorite email account, I use Gmail, because I hardly ever have spam in my email account. And Gmail is the best spam filter creator ever. And then and other people, if you spam them, and Gmail like, oh, send you a letter, like, because I actually sent out an email notice for my church, and I sent it to 60 people. I got a letter today from Google saying, please, this was is this an email list to a business? Please use this instead of what you did, because it's you almost classified as spam. They warned you. I was like, wow, that's awesome. So I can understand about spam. Well, there's another channel. He was supposed to be in this room. Do you want to review his channel? His name is Infinity Roleplay.
Infinite Roleplay, yeah.
You want to check out his channel?
Yep, might as well bring that up.
Because he was supposed to be in and be part of this, but he's doing something at 10 o'clock. He's doing a live. He's doing a game tonight. He does a game on his channel.
So his channel has changed a lot from his starting point, and he was on Crafters Tavern with Scotty AJ. Very, very funny guy. He's got a great sense of humor. Very talented in terms of creativity and very intelligent. And his channel has recently, because he plays so many one-shot games through the Tabletop One-Shot group, that he now does a lot of live records, and he's moving to much shorter videos where he discusses different aspects of role playing in relation to one shots and playing online and narrative story style D&D. So he started off doing a lot of crafting type stuff, but he's moved theater of the mind. And that's because obviously when you're playing online, it's difficult to play with miniatures unless you're doing like a Roll20 or something like that.
Right. I already subscribed to him, so I can't see his intro video. Did you have his? Did you subscribe to him already?
I'm a subscriber already.
Okay, well I'll do
just
this.
Pop up his channel for them.
Well, let's see if I do this real quick. Unsubscribe. Cut. Go back. And if I do it this way, paste it down. All right. Well, he doesn't have an intro video. Okay. I don't think he does.
Okay.
All right, I'm gonna
Well, just show up his page anyway, so people can see it.
Show his channel. I'm trying to get the, there it is. It's loaded up. I gotta love slow internet.
Welcome to my world.
I'm on DSL right now, so I used to have cable. Where are you? That's cameraman. There you are. Screen share. All right. Screen share. And this is his channel. He also has a website, so I'll bring that up too. So let's do that.
A website's a great place for.
He doesn't have it anymore.
Yeah.
It's got shut down. Okay.
There's something one should always check to make sure all your links still work.
Oh yeah, definitely with that.
I've been guilty of that many times. But yeah, look, I mean, obviously it has built into it where you got your Google Plus and you can put in your Facebook and Twitter. Those are the primary three that they allow you to do. But the interesting thing, I mean, you do the banners as well, don't you?
Yeah, I make banners for people.
Yeah. Banners important. It gives you the a feel for what the channel's about, and you can also reconfigure your home page as well. So here it just lists all his activities, but
if I click on his videos, we can see all his videos. If I go to, let's see, his videos here. He has, how many videos does he have? Doesn't even say how many videos he has.
Probably 100, more than 100 maybe.
Over 100 because he has 3 load down pages.
Yeah.
That's a lot. Let's just look at part of his first one a couple of seconds. Let's, it's character creation, how to make your first rate. I can't read.
That's more Fate, yeah. Or Fate Accelerated.
Yeah, right there.
Hello and welcome back to Infinite Roleplay. I'm Nelson, and I would like to talk to you about Fate. Fate Core in particular. I want to run a game called Let's Dungeon. It's a fantasy-based dungeon delving game show in the future. It is a comedy-based game. Not a game show that's comedy-based, but the game itself. Feel free to have fun, joke around, and be as silly as you want to be. But before that, we have to talk about character creation. and character creation in Fate.
I'm going to pause there for a sec.
So let's move on to the.
What's very interesting, you know, from a perspective of someone who makes videos, is the way that he speaks. He's got a very well sort of practiced way of communicating. So the problem that a lot of people have is they don't sort of plan out what they're going to say. So there's no kind of script, and that leads to a lot of ums and ahs and that's kind of stuff.
I agree with that.
What you see
100%.
here, he's got a very specific way of speaking. So it's almost kind of like standing in one of those like a musical way of speaking is the way, you know, I've helped quite a lot of people with on-camera work, and it's a matter of how do you get your pace of speaking and your highs and your lows, and your changing of the way that you speak to make what you're saying more interesting.
Exactly.
And that's very important. That's a very, very useful skill to have. And Nephili does it very, very well. Nelson is his name. And Infinite Roleplay, very, very good channel. And you know, the other aspect, he's just doing it with a webcam. He's doing it with Google Plus, and he's doing screen shares. But obviously, there's been a thought into what he's doing. So he's pre-prepared images, and he's done all that kind of stuff. I mean, obviously, there's space to improve and to be have even better production values and that sort of thing. But
yep,
you've got to start somewhere, and if you're starting with the cheapest equipment, you know, you can do it. And
I'm doing the show.
It's very important.
I'm doing this. I've done my whole series on just the webcam because I didn't have a camera. And then when I got a camera, I end up the camera, because of a move, end up breaking, and I couldn't get a new one. So at this moment in time, I have no camera except for my webcam and my new cell phone. And to be honest with you, my cell phone's 10 times better than the camera I wanted to buy.
Well, I've been through a lot of different cameras in my time. I can tell you that most mobile phones now will shoot better quality video than a video camera from 10 years ago. You know, some of the new iPhones and Samsung Galaxies and all that kind of stuff is very good image quality. They're not going to be the same as something like little SLR, where, you know, these are high megapixel count with very good optics and that kind of stuff. It's not to expect that level of quality. But as starting out, if you've got a mobile phone, absolutely, you want decent quality video, mobile phone is the thing to shoot on. But very important is it must be steady. So don't walk around with the phone. Like, prop it up in front of you and record that way, and sit close to it. Because
I would say get a selfie stick. That
selfie stick is good, but you wouldn't want to be more than about, I'd say, maybe 75 centimeters to a meter away from the camera, only because the microphone on the cameras are never very good. So the further away you are from the camera, the further away you're going to sound, and the worse it's going to sound. So if you're going to use a mobile phone camera or a web camera or something like that, don't sit far away, because if I move away here like this, the sound, you can probably hear that the sound has changed, and you know, it's not picking up as well as it was before. The shot may look better, but the people sound is a big component of video. 50% of everything you make is the sound. So if you've got bad sound, that instantly makes a bad video as well, no matter how good a quality it is.
You can have the best camera, best footage, best editing in the world. Once you kill that sound, people go, click, goodbye.
That's right. I can't hear what you're saying. I'm now leaving.
I'm out here.
And that's what happened. That's what happening with our Crafters Tavern videos. You know, I keep trying to clear up the whole echo that keeps happening, and I finally found out what it is. And you know, but you know, that I'm trying to do that when it's live. It's very difficult to check when it's live.
Yeah,
And
I agree with that.
so, you know, and those those are the videos that people complain about on my channel, or those videos. So, you know, that's the thing I have to work on. And so that just goes to show that it doesn't matter what kind of equipment you've got, you know, things can still stuff up, and audio is very, very important.
So let's review his channel. Infinity Roleplay. I learned what I found out about him from other, like from watching videos like yours. Other people making stuff for. And he, the first video I ever saw of his was how he made texture paste.
Yep.
That was the very first video. And normally, if I see one video, I normally don't just quickly subscribe. But if he has that intriguing way that you want to know what else he's going to do.
Yeah.
The way he talks, the way it's just his mannerisms. Is this like you want to know what he's going to do next? And it's great. And watching his videos is fun, just like watching your videos. Every time I watch your videos, I have to tell you, I've played your videos of playlist on my computer and let the playlist play through while lying down and eating dinner or a lunch or a snack. I'm just sitting there watching your videos. And if he made playlists, I would do the same thing with him.
Yeah.
So
that's the key to when we were talking about that front page. If you put your playlists up there and you have a defined playlist, people will play through them. A full 1/3 of my views come from my playlists. People just watching my videos all the way through. That does a massive impact on how your channel is put out to the world through YouTube. YouTube goes, well, a person's not just watching one video, they're watching 12. You know, so that in their metrics, they go, okay, well, this is obviously a channel. If we put this in front of someone, they're going to watch 12 videos. We're going to have an opportunity to show 4 sets of ads or 5 sets of ads or whatever. So whether you're into revenue or not, but you'd like to get your subscriber base up, having people watch through several videos is very important.
that's why.
But that also leads to the time.
I agree to that. That's why I made my channel. I did season 1, season 2, because I stopped after, I think it was like 12. Or, I don't know how many people I stopped before season 1 was over. It was a typical, like, normal, like, Doctor Who type season.
Yeah.
Of people. And the reason why I stopped, because I need a mind eraser. After interviewing that many people at one shot, yeah, I got a lot of info and I got to talk to a lot of people. But all that editing, and a lot of people don't realize, editing is hard. It's not easy. It's the hardest thing you could do with any video. Even though I'm recording off a webcam and I'm talking through a Skype chat or a Google Plus chat, editing is hard because you have to fix the audio. You have to fix this. You have to add your intro. You have to add this. You have to all that. And you have to pick the right sound, and you have to fix the levels. Editing all that over and over and over again. Yeah, I know how to do it professionally. And those little professional twerks do come in handy. But doing it over and over and over again, it hurts the brain after a while. You need to step back and go, okay,
well, one of the key things is to, when you're starting a channel, is, again, you set yourself, what is your channel about? And then you set a formula. So when you see episodes on my channel, they are all the same formula. They have this intro, then they have the introduction sequence, then they have the title card, then they have me introducing with the thing coming up, and then I do the demonstration, and then me having a final talk, and then there's the credits, and then there's a post-credit gag or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
It's exactly the same. So you already, you know, when you create your next video, you've already got most of the stuff structurally in place. It's a matter of slotting in all the little components. So if you're making a fresh, new, different video every time, it's going to be very, very, very difficult if you want to churn out a lot of content. When I first started my first 2 or 3 videos, there were multiple camera angles. I quickly put a stop to that because it was doubling the amount of time that it was taking me to edit the videos. Because I had 2, so if I'm recording camera 1 and camera 2 at the same time, I've got now double the amount of footage that I would normally have. So, you know, that was my original mistake, and I had to quickly correct that because it was wasting a lot of my time. And time is a very, very important thing. If you edit to time, so if you shoot half an hour worth of footage and you say to yourself, this video must not be longer than 5 minutes, you then get very, very ruthless, and you cut out every single thing you need to be there. You don't need to have like the thing where you go, okay, and now we're going to go over here and do this. You know, that you wasted 3-4 seconds of time. You just go from here to here. You don't need to tell people you cut that piece out. You've already chopped out 4 or 5 seconds of content. And you've got to go through your video and be absolutely ruthless. I did it for Nerdarchy. I chopped down one of their videos from 30 minutes down to, I think it was 11 minutes. And there was no content. So everything that they said was still there, but I chopped out 20 minutes of content. And that's important. You know, basically, you know, I was demonstrating to Dave, you know, how Dave from Nerdarchy, how, you know, editing can basically make the video better by not actually reducing anything that you say. It's merely about finding all the juicy bits and cutting out all the fluff and the things that just don't need to be there.
As long as you keep whatever you're trying to make the audience see to distort the way you want, that's all that matters. And it doesn't matter about time. I understand about time because, especially with YouTube, the first 5 minutes of any video is crucial when it comes to major movies. Well, major like I think, but when it comes to new people, it's the first 30 seconds. If you have like the intro that's under 10 seconds, that's 30 seconds long, and a person doesn't like your intro, your video's over.
Yeah.
Or if you have, I say usually when I make an intro for somebody, or I help someone make intro, I say 6 seconds for an intro, unless you have established intro that you like, group of people that definitely will sit there through your intro when you want done, then put it on your video. Because my intro was just my logo spinning and it comes up and that's it. It showed my name, showed the show, it says who it was and my guest, and that was it. But every time I did my intro, I kept my logo the same, but I changed it because I would match the background I would put the video on.
It's also if you're starting out and you don't have the skill set behind you yet, because you will learn by doing it, rather leave the intro out. Do that later on in your skill set or get someone like yourself to create an intro for you, because doing an intro, there's a lot of intricate stuff. If I look at the analytics of videos, which basically in YouTube you can see when people stopped watching a video and that kind of stuff, it gives you an overall count. Usually it starts at obviously 100%. 100% people see the first 3 or 4 seconds of the video and then it drops. And that does it on anybody's video. It doesn't matter how good they are, it's always going to drop down. So mine generally drops to about 60% after 15 to 30 seconds. It drops to about 60%, and then it remains 60% all the way through to when the credits start rolling, and it drops to about 30%. So that's important to note, that if you put something that people don't want to watch in the beginning, that cliff face goes from, instead of going down to like 60, which is generally accepted to be, you know, where most videos are going to lie, good videos. If you have that cliff face drop down to like 10%, that's a big problem, because if you've got a 5-10 minute video, most people are not seeing the video. They're not seeing the rest of the content. And so it's important to look at those and look at your videos historically and say, okay, where where did people stop watching? And with mine, obviously, the moment the credits roll, that's when people stop watching. So they miss the gag at the end. So the gag at the end is really for diehard fans who are going to watch 100% all the time. And so, I will, if I'm going to hide things in videos, I usually hide them in spaces where people are not going to watch. Because then they're going to, they're going to think that nothing's there. So that's where I'll hide it, because then it's in plain sight.
It's like when I interviewed a guy named Mini Wargamer Dave. And I interviewed him, and this is when YouTube used to have the time limit on the videos.
Yep.
I mean, remember your max time was 10 to 15 minutes, unless you had over 1,000 subscribers, then you got to a half hour. Excuse me, sorry. Well, I interviewed him, and the video, I thought it was going to be like a half hour, 20-minute video. That's it. And I might have to get split in 2 parts, and I told him this might happen. So I had a timer and everything, and instead of a half hour, the video went to an hour long. I posted the first half of the video because I had to split up to 4 parts, and I posted the first part of the video up. He told everybody that the video's up and it's in 4 parts, and the weird thing is everybody watched the first part and the second part and forgot about the third and fourth. Each part I have the first part, it's like over 1,000 something views. Second part goes to 900. Third part goes to 100, and the last part goes to 50.
Yeah.
So I found out that I have 50 people that truly really watch my videos 100% all the way through.
Well, it's like, when I had 10,000 subscribers, it's not like every time I put up a video, that video got 10,000 views. It doesn't work that way. Usually, even now with a reduced subscriber account, I'm now 2,000, nearly 2,400. I still get the same amount of views when I put up a video. So that actually hasn't changed. So I'm still, because obviously all the diehard fans have come back. So, the 1,000 diehard fans are already back. It's about getting the other people that weren't the diehard fans that would watch occasionally. They're the ones who, obviously the rest. But, those 1,000 diehard fans, those are the ones that are important because they're the ones who are going to, they're the ones who are going to promote your channel. They're the ones who are going to, tweet about you or Facebook or look at things that you've created or buy a product or, those are the people you need to take care of. And it's very important to understand who your main subscribers are. And, that's, you've got to go through and see who's commenting. I mean, there's people every time I put out a video, there's 1 or 2 people that are always commenting on my video. So that those are the people that, are always going to be there with you. And if they say something like this video is crap, you need to take notice of that because, those people are the people who are always there. They're diehard fans. And if they say there's something wrong, then there is something wrong. But if some guy you've never heard of comes on and says, oh, I don't like this or that, you just take that with a grain of salt because it's not, it's not representative of everyone who's watching. But I would say usually around 10 to 20% of your audience are diehard people. So it's good to so if you've got 1,000 subscribers, that means there's 100 to 200 people that are diehard people, and that means when you put out a video, you're going to get 100 to 200 views in the first 24 to 48 hours. So if I put out a video, I will get 500 views in the first 4 hours on pretty much anything I put up. Some of the videos that I do, like the dungeon walkthrough stuff, get less views because there's not that many people. There's not as many people who are interested in that, but there is a core audience of people who like to watch those videos. You begin to recognize where the strengths and everything of your channel are, and then you can build on that, you know. And I've started a couple of new series now on mine, and you know,
I like the mini
obviously
ones.
got to test them.
I
I've
like
been
your,
threatening that for like a year.
I like your new stuff that's coming out, but like the gelatin thingy, I can't remember what you called that one with the gelatin.
The water experiment.
Well, not the water effects one, but I mean, what you called the show? Something lab or something?
DMG's lab. DMG's lab. Yeah.
I thought about doing that, but I was afraid since I have kids in my house that if they saw me making that, they're like, "Oh, Jello Jiggler," and they'll start eating it. So I was like, I want to do that, but so your videos always have the same thing in it. Always something with crap. Always something has to be. You have the same thing. When I started out, I had no clue what I was going to do. So there's a lot of people out there that are making YouTube channels that are doing this. They don't have a clue, so they're just throwing everything out there. Like I'm gonna grab everything with my cell phone, take a picture of everything. They're so new. There's no structure.
Yeah.
And the guys that we just saw, the two videos, they have structure. They made you go to their channel. Well, not made you, but when you went to their channel, you had to see more. Yeah. And that's the whole thing. Like when I saw your channel, I go. When I first saw your channel, I went, I don't know why I'm watching this, but I'm very entertained.
Yeah.
I have to watch more what this man's going to do. Is his cat going to destroy his thing? Is his wife going to yell at him for using a food processor? Am I going to, like me, anytime I do a show, is that door going to open up when a wife, a child, or boyfriend will come through? See, that's what people, when I make my shows, I had a person go, is the back door going to open up now? What time is it going to open up? I had a guy write down in every one of my videos what time my back door opened up when someone walked through. He goes, did you know every time your family is so precise that the door on 1 minute and 58 seconds your door opened up, or 1 minute 50 seconds? This guy really watched my videos so much that he set the time. His goal was to write down the time to see what time my door opened up. So those are the kind of fans I want to get. I don't care if I have 200 fans. If they're watching my videos and talking to me as a friend, trying to be for my friend, or trying to know me for the reason why I'm doing this, I'm having a blast. You have over 1,000 people that you know for a fact that just because of a YouTube glitch, they want you to see, they want to see you. That YouTube glitch helped you out knowing your base of true fans better.
Yep.
If that glitch didn't happen, you would say, okay, yeah, I get this amount of views, I get this amount of views. But now, because of that glitch, you know exactly those 1,000 people are your true fans.
That's right.
And that's a good. And I'll not to pat you, not to make you a big halo on your head, but that's awesome. But
more horns than anything else.
But it's. I have my youngest daughter. There's a YouTuber that she likes on YouTube. It's called his name is Get Crafty, and he does crafts like kids crafts and stuff like that. And my daughter has won something from him. Like he had like a giveaway. It was a bow tie, and he won it because I wrote. My daughter likes watching your videos. I told the truth. I said my daughter and me sit down and watch your videos together. And usually when I comment on a video, I don't ever give a negative comment. If I don't I don't believe in giving negative comments. If I'm going to say something about someone's video, I always say something positive, because why put something negative out there when you don't need to? Why be a troll? You don't have to be a troll and say, oh, your video stinks, your audio sucks, this and this sucks. You can nicely PM that person or Google Plus them nice, go on Google Plus and send them a private message, because YouTube and Google Plus are linked together, and send a message to them saying, listen, if you do this and this, give him some nice criticism, but don't treat him like he's an idiot because maybe he's just new.
Yeah, look, it's always, you know, if you have nothing there nice to say, why are you watching a video in the first place? You know, you know, that's what stymies me. I don't go and watch makeup videos, people, you know, women putting on makeup, and they get, you know, so why, you know, if you don't like crafting videos, why are you watching my videos? You know, it doesn't make any sense. You know, it's like saying, oh, I don't like Days of Our Lives. That's why I watch it every day.
Exactly.
You know, it's like, why do you torture yourself?
Breaking something. I'll be right back.
All right.
Come here, girl. You're gonna be on TV. You're gonna be on YouTube. Yeah. Meow, 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 meow. Miss Oreo.
Because of the stripe.
Yeah. Well, when I first picked her up, when I first got her, I helped go. I ended up having two things in the video: cat butt and a cat. Wait, I just became a YouTuber. I have a cat in my video.
That's right. Your channel is not a channel until it has cats.
Well, I have the whole trifecta. I got dog, cat, and bird.
Just don't do babies.
I even have a mouse in this house that this cat's been chasing after. So I think I have Tom and Jerry and Tweety. Yeah, I know I mix cartoons, but I don't care.
But that, you know, look, all joking aside, that is an important component. I mean, you know, one of the reasons why I have cats in my videos, one, because otherwise the cats are going to jump in there anyway, and it's going to be a problem. And two, people like cats. There are people who watch, and their spouse will watch it because they like cats, and they want to see what's happening. And there's some people, they only watch the videos that have my cat in it. So their boyfriend or girlfriend or whoever sends them a link to say, you know, the cat's on the show, and then they'll watch that episode. You know, so that, you know, that brings in, you know, another sort of audience that, you know, I didn't think that the cats would bring in that kind of audience, but it does, you know. And then they like to stay and watch the rest of it.
It's weird.
So all the little things, you know, all the little things, the type of personality you put across, how you show what it is you're doing, the visuals, the quality of the lights, the quality of the audio, etc. All these things add up to the quality of the content. But the most important thing is the actual content, because you can have the best camera, the best audio, the best of everything technical, and still make garbage. Hollywood does it all the time.
Yeah, Hollywood does all that. They have millions and millions of dollars. And I've been watching some of these, there's a series right now I just recently found. It was called Nightwing.
Yeah.
And it's a YouTube, this group of guys made this YouTube video about Nightwing. And the quality is phenomenal. This is something you would think you would see on TV type quality.
Yeah.
Even though they only made like a 14-minute, 10-minute long video. If they made the one whole video into an hour's worth, the quality they put in that little bit of time is so well that you want to see the next video they make. So I usually don't watch videos like that, but something said, what the heck, go for it. Because I usually watch videos I want to learn something from. Like I want to learn how to make this, or learn how to do that, or paint something, or a critique or a figurine or something like that. Some things, little small things. Things I can interact with my kids or do on my own, you know? Little small things. So when I find a channel that's doing movies, like I have a friend, his name is Toad K, and if I reviewed his channel, he's a professional video person. He doesn't do tutorials and stuff like that. He does mic things and all that stuff. He does professional video. he's trained to do professional video. And I watch his videos because they're funny. He does like this MS3000 type video that he did Superman with him and his buddy, and him and his buddy are these shadows, and they're making jokes at the screen.
Yep.
And he found this is like the old 1950s cartoon Superman that is copyright free, that he got off of a site that's, I can't remember the website, because I found the site too because they had other videos on it. That's another thing with copyright music and copyright stuff. If you put anything on you got music in the background accidentally, and YouTube will take your music off.
Yeah.
So when it comes to stuff like that, finding the right channels is also, it's like find the right salsa. You want the right taste, the right consistency, and the way you want something. And every viewer you have wants that same type of thing. They want to find that right niche for themselves that they want. I like watching his videos at this moment in time, or I like watching his videos while I'm on my phone. You know, everybody has a place where they watch their videos. It's a phone, tablet, or me on a computer.
Yeah. And that, again, it comes to time. You know, if you've got a video that's half an hour long, you know, someone might be watching on their phone. They don't have a lot of bandwidth on their phone. So they're going to skip. Or they're just going to watch the first couple of minutes and go, nah, this is not what I want to watch, and stop watching. So if you have shorter videos, you know, that sort of thing, you know, those people are going to watch more, and you'll see your mobile views will go up. But again, it always comes down to editing. If you edit down to time, you're going, purely by doing that, you're going to increase the quality of your content, because all you're going to be presenting is the best of what you said. You know, most of my videos, when I shoot them, are 30 to 40 minutes in length, and they're not edited down to 3 to 8 minutes. So, you know, I cut out all the processes you don't need to see, because it's pretty much explained. Now you do this, now glue this, now paint this. You know, you just need to see the paint 1, 2, right, we've done it. Or glue, dab a glue, stick it on. You don't need to see the hot glue gun warming up. You don't need to have explained, I'm now going to pick up the hot glue gun, I'm going to bring it over and put on a dab of glue on and then stick. You know, that's a waste of time. Just cut it all out. And that editing decision, just cutting out all the things you just don't need to see, is going to improve your content 90%, guaranteed. If you've got a channel, if you take one of your old videos and just cut out all the dead air, all the bits where you stopped or paused, or, you know, we don't need to see, or, you know, if it's something where you do need to see it, but you can condense it down, you use the boots of speed, just speed up that clip, you know, sometimes faster or whatever. You know, that's the whole idea with that. It's just compress, and cut out all the garbage. I'm telling you.
I like how you also refer, when you talk about compressing. When it comes to when you start painting, you go, oh, on this is how I did on this video, and you tell people go back to that video.
And that, that's a conscious decision, because that obviously is going to go to that video and watch that video either for the first time or again, and then it you know, YouTube will throw up the next video, and that's how people then watch 12 in a row.
Yep. And so I was like, that's really cool. And also, now when it comes to, I don't know if you ever done it, but you've only done the specialty embed links only with your giveaways, right? You never used it on your other.
No, I use that very sparingly, mainly because it's not a form. So, I mean, a lot more it is now, but you know, it's problematic. You know, there's a lot of people who, okay, see my previous video and see my next video, and they'll show 2 videos next to each other, and then so like that. And this one you can click on and you go watch the previous video. but you haven't put up the next video yet, so this one's unclickable until the next video is up. But then oftentimes people forget to link the second video, and you you create this whole mess. And also you just start to get more and more crap on the screen, because it's never going to merge properly. It's never going to look 100% correct. It just starts to look terrible. And then when it starts to look terrible, it's oftentimes you get people whose videos have gone viral. They got 1 million views in like 3 days, and like, oh my God, I must link to something. And then they whack this subscribe link or something over the top, or the video, or see the next video here or something like that, like right across the video. That just makes it look terrible. you just immediately that's.
I like the new way they have for extra content for your channel, though. That little drop down menu they have now. You got a link. Now those page links are really cool because you got videos into it.
Yeah.
That new thing is really awesome, and that new feature. Now it's going to give people a headache because it's new, and everything. I'd say anything with new YouTube now goes. When YouTube changed their layout, everybody was angry. When YouTube did this, everybody was angry. A month later down the line, no one's complaining about it because they got used to it. You can't be angry that it was free. You can't be angry with free stuff. Why? If you're angry with the free stuff, why use the free stuff?
Yeah. I even though the worst has happened to me because of YouTube, I will never complain about YouTube, the way some people do, because, man, without YouTube, none of this would have existed. We wouldn't be having this show. We wouldn't, I wouldn't channel. I wouldn't be selling my products. I wouldn't have a creative outlet. But yes, something bad happened, but, stuff happens. I mean, it's never going to be foolproof. But, you've got to look at it and say, all right, well, these guys are providing a very expensive service for no money. I mean, if you look at any other service where you're going to upload hours of video and people are going to come and download that, you look at the cost of bandwidth, that's enormously expensive if you do it by yourself. And if I had to my own website where I just put up my own through, I've got to pay for the technology for that. I've got to pay for the hosting. I've got to pay for the bandwidth. They're offering a very high quality service for absolutely no charge, except if you're a video producer and they take a cut of the advertising, which they've got to make money somehow, so they're welcome to it.
Ow. She was scratching at my kitty cat was scratching at the door. Sorry about that. I was listening the whole thing you're talking about. I just decided to do the small walk, pan backward, and come back. I just picked up the cat one. Well, we've been on for an hour.
Yep.
You want to end it now, or do you want to keep on going, sir?
It's up to you. I'm okay with another 30 minutes or whatever if you like.
Well, I'd like to talk to you afterwards for a bit. Is that okay?
Yeah, that's fine.
Let's end the show and we'll talk again.
Okay.
Thank you
Thank you, everybody.
I try to see who is watching. I don't know if anybody did watch this. If they did, thank you. Next time, hopefully, I'm gonna put it on Twitter and ask people for questions and channels. Again, hopefully somebody out there gives me another channel. There's another channel so I can do this. I'm going to be doing this every Friday around 9 o'clock, 9 o'clock my time. And I'm also going to have it on a Facebook page, event page that I created, and a Google Plus event page I created. And it's always going to be 9 o'clock, and I'm going to also have a world clock timer on there, so whoever does not know what time 9 o'clock p.m. my time is, in your time, the world clock will automatically tell you. So thank you for being on the show and critiquing the three YouTube videos and us just talking BS about YouTube.
I want to say, if you're interested, if you're watching and you're interested in some of support. A group on Facebook called the Crafting Content Creators Support Network. Crafting Content Creators Support Network. It's a closed group. So if you click to join, just send me a message with the link to your channel or your blog or whatever it is that you do, so we can verify you're not a spammer, and then we'll let you in. And there's lots of very interesting stuff that people put up, and other content creators with improved, and that's what it's for. We don't have many members at the moment, but you know they're all good YouTubers.
I'm one of them.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you very much.
Thank you for being on the show, and thank you for from how far away you are to being the time, because I know it's 11 in the morning there. Or now
it's now 12:30. It's afternoon.
It's in the afternoon now in Australia. It is 10:30 p.m. where I am. So we're worlds apart of time.
Yeah.
So thank you, and that's the end of the show. Next week, we'll hopefully get a couple more people in here to create to talk about videos and talk about the channel, different channels, and maybe I'll be a little bit more prepared and not have utter chaos of doing this video. So have a nice day,
and
bye.
See ya.
Yeah. Bye.